Welcome back, Truth Seeker. April 7th, 2019. Only fitting that we talk about judges today. And to begin the presentation, I want to talk about Ellen James Morphonios, the relative of Jake Morphonios, who's shilling real hard right now against the truth community. I want to let Jake know what his future fate is for shilling for Freemasonry. It's going to be the same fate as his relative, Maximum Morphonios, the government agent who was known for giving maximum sentences, helping serve that prison industrial complex, which is inherently evil and racist, just like the Morphonios family religion, which is Mormonism, the white underwear wearers, where in their belief system, the closer to God you are, the whiter your skin becomes. A religion that all began with the angel Moroni. And I know that's not how you pronounce it, but it's the proper pronunciation because the word moron is clearly communicated. So, Jake, I hope you're out there, Chubs. You're going to need this lesson just like the last one I gave you last night. And we're going to go from this agent of the government to a couple more. But let's start with Maximum Morphonios. So first of all, look at that bizarre name. I was trying to look up the name Morphonios. This name does not seem to exist. It has no name meaning. I have no doubt it was contrived for its numbers. And notice it has those special Masonic numbers of 47. The entire Mormon religion is Freemasonry. Joseph Smith, of course, was a Mason who was murdered by the numbers, just like Brigham Young, 33 years apart. Anyway, Morphonios 47, like Judge, like the 47 degrees on the Masonic compass out of France. By the way, France 47, Washington, D.C., designed by the Freemason Les Enfants. That's why everything in D.C. is 47. See the video I did on the April 7th news about the new 47-year-old Department of Homeland Security Secretary. Anyhow, Government 47, Authority 47, and a whole lot more. Notice in the four-base ciphers the way judge and gavel overlap. Gavel's the tool the judge uses to get order in the court when they're banging out their maximum sentence. Alphabetic order with numerology, reverse alphabetic order with numerology. Perfect overlap in all four ciphers. And pay extra careful attention to the 88. Notice the nickname Maximum Morphonios, what she was called. 88, just like Mormon, which she was. 88. Notice Maximum Morphonios also has that all too familiar Gematria of 223, the number of Masonry. Masonic 223, it's the 48th prime number. Freemason sums to 48 in Hebrew and in English. Our entire government controlled by Masonry. The word Masonic also has Gematria of 74, like Jewish, like occult, like Gematria, like English, and like Mormon. Guess what the name Jake Morphonios equals? 74. Go figure. Go figure. Now, coming back up to this woman, she died at age 73, and from her September 30th birthday to her death December 22nd was 83 days later. 83 days. If you counted the full span, it was 2 months and 23 days. 223, Maximum Morphonios. Span of 84 days, Masonry 84. Anyhow, with regards to the 83 days after her birthday, she also died on a date with a life lesson number of 38. Murder equals 83 and 38. And again, the song Murder by Numbers came out in 83. The movie poster for Murder by Numbers, the E's changed to a 3, the B to an 8. She was a Florida judge. Florida. See how perfect it is? 83 days after the birthday, 38 date. And dead at 73, sacrifice 73. Few other interesting things. She was in Dade County. Dade equals 94, like Maximum. Her full name, Ellen James Morphonios, 94. If you missed my work, in August and September about why George Herbert Walker Bush would die at age 94 and why he wouldn't make it past November, which he didn't. He died on the last day of November. Died on 11/30, 11 plus 30, 41. He was number 41. Skull and Bones equals 41. You should go back and watch those videos because I teach a lot about the number 94. But just very quickly, when you write out 94, it equals 147, like Freemason, like conspiracy. Notice 94 and conspiracy have all of the same numbers. It's just reversed, but all the same values. And that's what these judges are. They're part of a criminal conspiracy against the American people, giving out sentences over the top for these for-profit prisons. Florida, one of the worst states of all. You get some blue-eyed, pale white Mormon demon like Jake Morphonios wearing the witch's gown, hammering out sentences for innocent black folks. That's what's going on in this nation. So anyway, just to pound home some more points and just to understand this stuff's not a coincidence, here's the 2 Supreme Court justices that Trump's installed. Notice Neil McGill Gorsuch was put in April 7th. Do we even need to ask why? Judge 47, gavel 47, DC 47, government 47, authority 47. Here, let me just type it all in for a good reminder. Let's just do it. It's good to practice. Judge 47, gavel 47. The letters DC are 47. The name Trump is 47. President is 47. White House is 47. Government is 47. Authority is 47. Republicans 47. Democrats 47. DC was laid out by a Freemason from France, L'Enfant. The 47 degrees on the compass comes from the compass out of France, of the Scottish Rite. And of course, the Scottish Rite headquarters are in DC. So that's the starting place. On 4/7, Trump gets his first Supreme Court justice installed. And what's his name? Neil McGill Gorsuch, which equals 88. Do you see that? Look at the name Trump. Trump 88. And we know Judges 88, Gavels 88. Just understand, all this stuff's perfect ritual. When Scalia died, it was a perfect ritual. Scalia died on the 44th day of the year. Kill 44, execution 44. I can go on all day about it. He was found at a ranch. There's a whole lot more to it. It was all synced up with Dick Cheney shooting his buddy in the face. Read my book. Anyway, it was a big hoax, too. I doubt Scalia even died, It's just all ritual in D.C. These people are nothing but puppets. But anyway, coming back to his name, Neil McGill Gorsuch. You see the 187? That was a big number with Trump. He had his GOP convention begin July 18th, 18/7, a span of 187 days from Inauguration Day in Washington, D.C. We talked about all this before. He was present, how these were all signs. Washington, D.C., 187. George Washington, 187. What's weird is George Washington died December 14th, the day of the Sandy Hook shooting hoax. December 14th, 187. When you write out 12/14, it equals 187. When you write out ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, it equals 187. And that's what is etched on the headquarters of the Scottish Rite in D.C. And notice McGill Gorsuch was the 113th Supreme Court Justice. Scottish is 113. He was number 113. See how that works? There's actually a whole lot more to it. We'll just leave it there for now. Just for the record, Scottish is 49 like Washington. Donald Trump, the Scottish heritage. With regards to Kavanaugh, he was confirmed October 6th. And we talked about this the day of. That was the day that in history Anita Hill came out against Clarence Thomas and accused him of sexual assault. And then, Brett Kavanaugh had to be accused of sexual assault, and then they waited to confirm him on the weekend for no reason other than the ritual of doing it on the same day Anita Hill came out. But let me just show you that October 6th is the day that leaves 86 days left in the year. October 6th, the day that leaves 86. Why does it matter? Just to explain to you how this is all ritual. Kavanaugh's 86. Thomas, again, this day, Thomas was accused of sexual assault. Thomas, 86. He was accused by Anita Hill. Anita Hill, 86. Sexual assault, 86. You learn this code, you just see through these Masons in an instant. In an instant. And, why would they have this Morphonios character go up against a rock star like Jim Morrison? Rocks 47. So... another lesson for Jake the Snake. A real snake he is. And I got to speak against Mormons for a moment. The first Mormons I ever met was in the second house we moved to. We had some Mormon neighbors across the street. And the father used to beat up their children real bad. And one day, the youngest boy, who was about 3 years younger than me, he came running out of the house, and he was screaming that his father was hurting him, and he was butt naked. And his dad came chasing him out in his boxer shorts. And, I was just a kid, but my parents and other adults on the street were pretty sure that he was sexually abusing the child. He probably was. They used to always keep their blinds down, real private. So that was the first Mormon family I ever met. Met a few more along the way that I didn't really care for. I ended up working for a Mormon man, my first job out of college, and he was an absolute fraud and criminal and liar. But he always talked real nice, and he always justified all his lies and deceit. And I gotta admit, I worked for this guy for a year, even though I knew I should have quit after the first month. He did pay well. But the man was just a total criminal, a total fraud, a total liar, lied to everybody. And, I would call him out often, and he'd always justify it, have some excuse, say things like, Zach, I'm not a bad person. I've never cheated on my wife. I've never even slept with any other woman in my life besides my wife. And I'd think, dude, you're involved in real estate fraud right now, and you're talking to me about how you've never cheated on your wife or slept with anybody else. That doesn't justify what you're doing. But anyway, I just know these people are slime. And Jake Morphonios, real slime ball, guaranteed. So, and what he's saying right now is some horrible stuff about people who are actually doing real research and putting out real truth. This guy's a goon and he's part of this gang. And Jake, if you're out there, just remember what happened to your auntie. It's going to happen to you too, buddy. You signed up with the wrong crew. Until next time.